I was scared of being hungry or craving food.
Ich sehe Baustellen. Überall. Fast überall.
Senti necessidade de fazer. Por querer estar melhor na frente das pessoas.
Thomas was 12 when his dad showed him how to lift weights. Since then, he's been obsessed with getting bigger muscles. Now he's 24. He comes to the gym here in Berlin 6 to 7 days a week. Every day, his workout targets a different muscle group. Today, it's his torso. But Thomas doesn't just work out for himself. He does bodybuilding competitions, where he poses and flexes on stage for the judges. To me, Thomas's muscles are impressive, but also a little intimidating. I also go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week, but the results look a little different.
Ein kleines bisschen. Erstmal reinzukommen. Ja, Rücken gerade, ein kleines bisschen nach hinten hin. Ein bisschen gerader kannst du werden?
Ja, so.
Ja. Okay, und langsam zurück. Kraftvoll ran, ist okay bis zur Brust und dann langsam zurück. Ja. Trainiert ein bisschen anders den Rücken, aber viele machen die Übungen falsch.
Was hat Training für einen Stellenwert in deinem Leben?
Also schon die höchste Stelle. Höher geht's nicht. Also wie gesagt, ich plane alles um das Training rundherum. Der Alltag kommt wirklich danach, der stellt sich hinten an. Also sei es Beziehungen oder Arbeit, das kommt eigentlich alles hinten dran.
Hat sich da schon mal jemand beschwert drüber?
Sicherlich, also da kommen schon die ein oder anderen Spitzen kommen dann mal von der Seite, dass man nur noch beim Training ist, Ex-Freundinnen etc. Ja, aber
die sind halt auch Ex-Freundinnen.
Ja, oder? Genau, also hat wohl seinen Grund gehabt. Ne? Ja, man muss gucken, wie man das alles arrangiert bekommt. Du musst deinen Arm noch ein bisschen eindrehen, um hier so eine schöne Kontraktion hinzubekommen.
Ja, gegen dich sehe ich ja jetzt irgendwie.
Ja, das höre ich öfter, wenn die Leute, meine Kumpels wollen auch mit mir nicht an den Strand, weil sie sagen, ich sehe neben dir aus wie ein Eimer.
Muss ich noch mal ein bisschen üben, ne?
Ja, also wie gesagt, hier sollst du dann quasi den linken Arm quasi jetzt richtig reindrücken, um die Brustmuskulatur anzuspannen. Ja, würde sich besonders gut machen, wenn man jetzt Brust trainiert hätte und ein bisschen Bizeps, dann würde man optimal die Pose halten können. Das siehst du ganz gut, die Schultermuskulatur, seitliche Brust.
Ich glaube, ich will
Bizeps.
eher ohne dich posen. Das
gut, dann.
Nein,
Genau, das wäre jetzt einer. Jetzt können wir mal in der Position bleiben. Ja, sieht gut aus. Durchstrecken. Ja, Spannung halten.
Die Beine durchstrecken.
Ja, genau. Ein bisschen drehen, ein bisschen freundlich gucken. Ja, du siehst, es ist gar nicht so einfach. Ja, okay. Ja, sehr gut. 3 von 10 Punkten.
Ja, immerhin.
Ja, immerhin.
Around 8 million people in Germany have gym memberships. Half of both women and men say they're unhappy with their bodies.
Aber man kann auch also du kannst nur den geraden Bauchmuskel anspannen.
Wenn du jetzt in den Spiegel guckst, wie nimmst du dich wahr? Ich sehe dich jetzt als sehr muskulös.
Mhm. Ja, ich sehe Baustellen. Überall. Fast überall. Brust geht mehr, Armdefinition geht mehr, Nacken geht mehr, Beine gehen mehr.
Aber du siehst schon, dass das jetzt andere nicht so wahrnehmen würden. Die würden sagen, boah, das ist eigentlich schon zu viel.
Ja. Ja, und das ist ja subjektiv, das sieht jeder anders. Aber man sieht sich selber viel, viel dünner, als du mich siehst. Das ist so. Ich sehe mich viel dünner. Auf jeden Fall. Das ist so ein klassisches Bodybuilder-Phänomen.
Das ist halt irgendwo auch eine Wahrnehmungsstörung, ne?
Ja, wenn ich jetzt vom Cardio-Training kommen würde, dann würden sich hier überall noch Bauchadern langziehen und so weiter. Also das sieht dann, da bin ich dann auch fast schon zufrieden mit der Definition. So ist es jetzt, sage ich, ist okay.
Antonia is in her last year of high school. Just looking at her, you'd say she's a healthy, happy 20-year-old. But a couple of years ago, things were pretty different. I've come to Linköping, Sweden, to find out what things were like when Antonia was 17. Back then, her life was ruled by anorexia.
How would you describe your feelings towards your body? I just hated myself. I just didn't like myself. It didn't matter. It was just not enough. And I think that's why I kept losing weight as well. Like, at first it was like, if I lose a few kilos, I'll be happier with myself. And then I wanted to lose more kilos and more, and it was a new goal weight and a new goal weight, and it was never enough. Once again, never enough. And then I almost died. And then I realized that it's never going to be enough, because that's not the problem.
After starving herself for half a year, Antonia's organs shut down.
This is from my bed, when I was admitted to hospital. And from there I've documented it, so pictures from the hospital and from when I was put in hospital, and what it was like. And then it goes all the way to today, really. Yeah, and then this is it.
Yeah, I can show you.
Antonia posted the pictures on Instagram. While we're looking at the pictures, I show her Thomas.
I don't know. So do you like those kind of bodies?
Well, he's very fit.
But do you think like people can be too muscular?
Yeah, they can. But he's not too muscular. But if people are like so big that they don't look human, or like, then I think it's too much.
But I think that he still sometimes feels too skinny.
Yeah.
Can you understand that feeling?
I think a lot of people, it's like they want more and more and more, kind of. When you start growing, you just want to keep growing.
Researchers say that 1 in 100 teenage girls suffers from anorexia. It's the mental disorder with the highest mortality rate. While 46% of patients recover from the disease, 34% show only some improvement, and 20% eventually die.
I was scared of food, and I was scared of being hungry or craving food. It was like the worst feeling I knew. So I'd avoid any social things where food was involved, like eating with the family or parties or whatever, because I was so uncomfortable. And when I did eat, I knew I was eating too little, so I'd lie a lot and say that I'd eaten when I hadn't, and so on. But I wouldn't even be able to handle it. If someone would tell me then, like, you have to eat this for breakfast, I would be like, never. I'd rather die.
You're a bit hungry.
Antonia's doctors put her on a strict meal plan. Now she eats 6 meals a day. Pretty healthy stuff too.
We have to pick some.
So what is it exactly again?
Protein oats with zucchini, topped off with raspberries and peanut butter.
Antonia works out a lot, so she needs the energy. But just a couple of years ago, she used to count every calorie.
This isn't a lot. I kind of liked the hunger. It was then I was doing it right, I felt. I didn't like feeling full. Use other things instead.
Across the Atlantic, looks play a big role here too. It's basically bikini season all year. Between the gorgeous beaches and the tropical temperatures, people spend a lot of time outdoors with not very much on. Especially here at Brazil's most famous beach, Copacabana. It's pretty obvious why people call this place see and be seen. Exercise and diet aren't the only ways people here shape their bodies. More cosmetic surgeries are done in Brazil than anywhere else in the world. In 2013, almost 1.5 million people here went under the knife to get the looks they want. I've come to Rio de Janeiro to get a peek into the world of plastic surgery. Actually, it turns out people here are pretty open about it.
Eu já fiz. Já fiz nariz, rinoplastia e silicone.
So she did a nose job and...
Oh, really?
Okay.
Seios.
Maior?
Maiores. Men always choose women with bigger breasts or that have a smoking hot body.
Eu queria mais pouco de peito e também queria mais pouco de bunda só, mais legal.
I'd like to do in the nose. Don't come so close. And maybe some big boobs.
Because sometimes you are afraid of do it, and then you see your friends doing, and they are good, so you go into it.
Of all the women I talked to, only one told me she'd prefer to stay all natural. By now, I should probably know better, but I'm still surprised to see so many young women in the waiting room of a plastic surgeon's office. One of them is Isis, a 23-year-old pharmacy student. She saved up for 2 years to get her surgeries, a breast augmentation here and liposuction at another clinic. Isis went to 2 different doctors because it was cheaper. Today, Dr. Rosas is checking up on how she's healing.
Isis, me fala o que você tá achando? O que você acha que tá satisfeita? Você acha que tem alguma assimetria?
Então, abdômen sim, satisfeita, o peito também, cintura lateral, costas e essa parte, culote. Não. Isso aqui ainda não tô satisfeita.
Ah, mas você sabe que tem que esperar o resultado, né? 1 mês é muito pouco tempo, tem que esperar fazer drenagem.
They talk about getting surgery as if it were like having a cup of coffee. But what if something goes wrong?
Preocupo, tem preocupação, mas foi a vontade maior de fazer do que o medo. It's very common here in Brazil, especially in Rio, that girls come with this illusion of perfection. They want the big breasts and they want to be pretty just like the girls on TV, on the movies. If she talks to me like, oh, I want to have the biggest breasts or I want to be perfect, I'm gonna tell her, Isis, relax. Nobody reach perfection. Perfection doesn't exist. But if I can make her look better with surgery with low risk, then I think it's okay to do it. We had to think to close some. How do you say that? Ferida.
Wunde. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Instagram. Thomas had knee surgery last year, but that didn't stop him. He got 8th place at Germany's Natural Bodybuilding Championships. He says he's never taken steroids.
Na gut, hier sieht man 1, 2. Wo? Na hier. Aber es sind halt, ich möchte es gerne mein Leben lang machen, Sport. Und möchte nicht nur unbedingt 40 Jahre alt werden, nur weil ich irgendwelche Präparate nehme, um ein gewisses Wachstum in den Muskeln zu erzeugen. Ich glaube, davon hat keiner was und das sieht aber auch jeder anders. Ja? Das Ideal wächst halt im Prinzip immer mit solchen Leuten mit, die solche Sachen nehmen. Da steht ja auch bei keinem auf der Stirn, ich nehme Steroide. Ne? Die wenigsten geben es auch zu. Und genau das ist das Problem. Deswegen gibt es ja einen Verband, der ja ausschließlich sagt, wir machen nur Natural. Wir testen das Off-Season und wir testen das halt auch im Wettkampf. Und das finde ich gut, deswegen bin ich auch in dem Verband, weil dann ist es auch ein fairer Sport. Ja, ich habe jetzt hier so ein paar Bilder.
Was gefällt dir davon? Thomas has also done some modeling. He posts pics from competitions and shoots on his Instagram.
Also ich finde ja das ganz schön. Das findest du ganz gut, ja. Das findest du ganz gut. Ich finde beispielsweise das eigentlich gar nicht.
Was gefällt dir da so zum Beispiel?
Ja, das Bild beispielsweise vom Wettkampf.
Okay.
Das beim Aufpumpen kurz vor der Bühne, das finde ich eigentlich ganz okay. Das finde ich ganz gut.
Ja, aber das ist ja jetzt so, also ich meine, mir würde zum Beispiel sowas, finde ich jetzt attraktiver.
Ja, das ist halt deine Ansicht, ne? Ja, ist halt subjektiv. Jeder sieht es anders. Und da, wie gesagt, also irgendwie, ich fand da so die Definition nicht so ganz so optimal. Aber vom Stil her passt es. Deswegen habe ich es auch hochgeladen.
We head to a lake just outside Berlin to get some new shots.
Yeah, that's good.
Thomas is getting a photographer to help him bulk up his lookbook.
Ins Geländer entlang gucken. Schulter ein bisschen fallen lassen. Über die Schulter gucken.
It's below freezing and the sun is going down. I'm cold even in my thick winter coat.
Ja, das passt.
Magst du das auch auf Instagram zum Beispiel, die Aufmerksamkeit zu bekommen für Fotos?
Ja.
Was magst du daran?
Naja, irgendwie ist es ein gutes Gefühl, wenn die Leute, wenn ihnen das gefällt, was man da hochlädt bzw. postet, das kommt schon, das fühlt sich gut an. Was man dafür alles machen muss, was man entbehren muss, Ernährung oder wie oft gehe ich zum Sport, sage ich die Feier ab, weil ich doch lieber ein paar Stunden mehr Schlaf hätte. Ja? Das ist halt sehr viel, was hinten dran hängt und das sehen die Leute meistens nicht und durch ihr Like beispielsweise wissen sie das irgendwie dann doch vielleicht zu schätzen, da freut man sich drüber.
Antonia's been documenting her recovery from anorexia on Instagram, where she has almost 40,000 followers. She says they've helped her keep going. Now she's also writing a fitness blog.
So that's your blog?
Yep. Here it is. This is where the magic happens.
And do you know how many people actually read your blog?
Yeah, I can check statistics. I can check how much today. So far,
Antonia used the internet when she was sick too, but then it only made her worse.
I'd compare myself a lot, and the girls with like the pro-ana blogs, they they want you to starve yourself, kind of, or they like push you to and give tips on how to lose weight and things like that. So that was a really negative effect.
Would you refuse to look at that kind of stuff now?
Yeah, or I find it really difficult because I get so angry and upset, and it hurts so much because I know that there are girls who read it and use every trick they can. And it's sad, it's so sad, and it's so sad that someone would sit writing that, not understanding that they could kill someone. Like, don't they understand that they could actually kill someone? It's insane.
Now she avoids posting anything online that could trigger other people with eating disorders, especially her weight. Still, there are thousands of girls out there posting exactly that, and a lot more. Pro-ana is a code word used on social media by people who say anorexia is a lifestyle choice and not an illness. Users exchange photos of emaciated bodies and extreme weight loss tips. I tried to get in touch with some pro-ana users for our show, but none of them wanted to be on TV. To be honest, a lot of the pictures I see online don't look that different from models or even kids' toys. Society seems to be telling us that skinny is beautiful. So where's the line between healthy dieting and mental illness? To get some answers, I meet up with a psychotherapist who specializes in treating eating disorders.
It's like anorexia is not socially accepted, but there are many behaviors leading towards that are socially accepted. We have a society that is obsessed with food in different ways. Either it is eating a lot, eating little, or eating special things. I only eat this, I only eat that. For 10 years ago, who would have come somewhere and said, I don't eat the bread, and just take the cheese and roll it and eat? Today, that's totally socially acceptable.
This body hatred that a lot of people have, where does it actually come from?
We know that body esteem is an important part of young people's and everybody's self-evaluation. In mass media, it's of course about surface, because that's all you can see. So I think it kind of gives us the impression that people that look a certain way are happy or have a good life or something. So I think we think that looking a certain way is not a goal, it's the means to achieving the kind of life we want to live.
Yeah, that's, I can easily imagine.
Isis isn't anorexic, but she has set herself some high goals. She doesn't want to show me photos, but already before her liposuction, she managed to lose 30 kilos. She works out every day, together with her husband, Wilker. Today is her first day back at the gym since her operations.
Sempre fico me olhando no espelho, eu sempre quero mais. Quanto mais eu malho, quanto mais eu treino, mais eu quero chegar ao objetivo melhor.
Eu, pessoalmente, acho que já está legal, mas a cabeça dela, daqui uns dias, pode nunca estar perfeito, né? Sempre quer procurar melhorar mais alguma coisa. Aí tem que concordar, né? Tô junto para ir, que deve vier.
Since her surgeries, Isis loves to go shopping with her cousin Layla. She says finding the right bikini used to be torture. But all that's changed. Now she's got 320 milliliters of silicone in each breast, about the size of a Coke can. She used to wear a size small, now she's excited to try on a large. But Layla can't find a bikini she's happy with.
So how is it? Oh, it's the same.
I think Layla looks great, but she doesn't agree.
So would you do the surgery also to keep them up?
Com certeza. Em breve.
Okay. So when you look into the mirror, how do you see yourself?
Hoje eu me vejo bem. Presença. Sim, hoje eu posso botar tomara que caia. Antigamente não usava.
If you're happy, then why do you want to do another liposuction?
Porque como eu já fiz, agora não ficou pra mim. Eu ainda acho que tem alguma coisa aqui, nesse lado aqui. Então já que eu já fiz, nada mais justo do que reparar o que eu acho que ficou ainda.
On our way to the beach, the girls teach me some essential Brazilian vocabulary. Strapless bikini tops are called tomara que caia. Literally, I hope it falls down. And I have to admit, they do look like they could fall down at any moment. And it gets even better. They call the bottom part dental floss. That's pretty funny. But I do wonder, if I had to walk around in dental floss most of the time, would I want surgery too?
O local onde a gente vive tem muita influência das pessoas, julgam muito o corpo, vem à praia, tá te olhando de cima embaixo para poder vendo o seu corpo, julgando, comentando. Aqui tem muito disso.
This is also the reason why you did maybe do all these surgeries?
No meu caso, eu acho que não. A lipo foi uma coisa que eu sempre quis fazer. Desde os meus 15 anos, eu sempre quis fazer. Os seios, a prótese, foi por necessidade, porque eu emagreci muito, os seios ficaram flácidos e eu senti necessidade de fazer. Mas não por querer estar melhor na frente das pessoas, sim, mas foi uma coisa que eu sempre quis fazer.
The girls ask me who else is going to be on the show, so I show them a picture of Antonia from Sweden.
Her body, her look. Se eu gostei, sim, bonito o corpo dela. Ela é bonita.
Ela era gorda para poder ter mania de emagrecer ou não? Sempre foi magra e...
People with anorexia always see themselves differently than others. In your own perception, you're fat, even if you're thin. So it's a self-perception. It's exactly the same as I would tell you, or I will tell you, I think your breasts look beautiful. You will not believe me because you think they're not, they have to be bigger. It's the same, I think it's the same pattern somehow.
Wie sieht's aus?
Gut. Bei euch? Gut hergekommen?
Ja, gut. Hat länger gedauert als gedacht. Ne?
Kein Problem. Immer rein, immer.
Du hast 1,5 Stunden gesagt.
Naja, kommt aufs Auto an, ne? Schauen wir mal.
I meet up with Thomas at the house where he grew up. He and his older sister Maren are still very close.
Egal auf welchen Bildern er sich sieht, er findet immer irgendwas an sich auszusetzen. Er geht auch keine Kompromisse ein. Also er sagt Nein zu sämtlichen Getränken, auf die er vielleicht auch mal Lust hätte, aber nein, die würden ihn irgendwie zurückwerfen oder abends das lange Ausgehen, ne? Dann hat er Schlafmangel, dann kann die Muskulatur sich nicht genügend regenerieren bis zum nächsten Training. Nein, dann geht er eher nach Hause.
Aber findest du das nicht übertrieben oder hast du dich da nicht manchmal auch mal geärgert? Weiß ich nicht, wenn...
Also wenn er jetzt seinen Charakter verloren hätte, seine humorvolle Art und dieses ganze Menschliche, was ihn ausmacht, dann hätte ich mir schon Sorgen gemacht. Oder wenn es jetzt in eine Richtung Magersucht oder so gehen würde, dann wäre das schon wirklich besorgniserregend. Aber das ist ja gar nicht so.
Just a few weeks before I met Maren and Thomas, they lost their mother to breast cancer. Even when she was sick, she still came to Thomas's competitions to cheer him on. Their father also died of cancer 5 years ago.
Es war ja auch ein Stück Trauerverarbeitung.
Ja, durch den Sport. Aber wie gesagt, da habe ich ja mehrere Ventile irgendwie immer gedrückt, um den Frust, was weiß ich, was für Gefühle in einem hochkommen, das zu verarbeiten. Und das ging beim Sport immer ganz gut. Nimmst deinen Koffer, deinen Problemkoffer mal mit zum Sport, lässt ihn vor der Tür und wenn alles gut läuft, lässt du den auch stehen, wenn du wieder gehst vom Sport. Ne? Das wäre optimal. Und das habe ich 5-mal die Woche dann gemacht. Ne? Das war heftig.
Antonia lives with her dad, Michael. Her younger sister Henrietta stays with them sometimes too. Back then it was Michael who first confronted Antonia about her eating disorder. By the time he noticed what was wrong, she was just skin and bones.
I think I was extremely shut off. When we had many traumatic years in the family, as this has been a dysfunctional family for many years, and a lot of bad things has happened. The way she is, that's how she dealt with it. She's like the good girl who always performs and does her best, even if it means becoming a very good anorexic, so to speak, or getting well. But she's still working with her issues, of course, even though she's, well, a long way away from where she was.
So would you say from this journey then, Antonia?
Now Antonia works out at the gym almost every day.
And would you say you're a body person somehow?
Sure, I work out and it shapes my body and so on. I do care about my body, but I care a lot more about how I feel than how it looks. And that's a big difference. But sure, yeah, I do care about my body. But I owe my body. I really feel like I owe it.
When Antonia was anorexic, she exercised excessively. All she cared about was burning as many calories as possible.
You want to look like this? Eu acho o corpo dela bonito. Mas eu não acredito.
Isis wants legs like these women on Instagram. A lot of women in Brazil even get testosterone injections for more muscular thighs. And speaking of thighs, Isis has an appointment with the surgeon who did her liposuction. She wants to get some touch-ups done. Dr. Kastrup says he'll do the next operation when she's done healing.
She's perfect, you know? She's a very nice girl. Her weight, her body, her skin, everything's okay. But when she took out the clothes, we see her intimity, what she's complaining. So we are looking, and you know that she's have the right of her complaints. She's have a bit fat here, a bit fat there, a bit fat here, a bit fat there. It's not so much. Of course, her body is not completely out of the place. She's okay, but she has something that can make her body really better.
A little fat here, a little fat there. For Dr. Kastrup, it's all in a day's work. After 2 pregnancies, the young woman on the operating table wants to have a flatter belly. It's a surgery lots of women in Rio do. Dr. Kastrup cuts out a part of her abdominal wall and sews the muscles back together, a little tighter. It's one of the most horrifying scenes I've ever witnessed.
She was skinny. She had almost no fat. She just said she has 3 kids, so she wanted to, do an abdominoplasty and breast. But seriously, I'm not going to stay for the breast surgery. I had enough.
Thomas wants to look a little fresher. His sister Maren, who's a medical professional, is gonna help him out. First, though, she has to perforate the skin.
Ich habe ja relativ wenig Unterhautfettgewebe und dafür hasse ich mich gerade. Ja, das merke ich schon.
Ja, ein bisschen schon das immer.
Hyaluronic acid is a natural substance found in the body. But some people also inject it to fill in wrinkles.
Wieso machst du das jetzt überhaupt? Du bist doch erst 24.
Ich höre ziemlich oft, dass ich ziemlich alt aussehe. Also so 30, Anfang 30 wurde ich auch schon geschätzt. Und durch das Zusammenkneifen der Augen, durch das Training, wenn man sich sehr anstrengt, ist auf jeden Fall eine frühzeitige Faltenbildung zu erkennen.
Und das stört dich?
Nee, noch nicht. Aber ich will vorbeugen.
Bisschen blutig? Wie so ein Medium Steak.
Apropos, wäre jetzt was.
Nicht schlecht. Und als ob hier keine Poren mehr wären. Das ist ja krass.
Sehr gut.
Thomas is preparing for the next German bodybuilding championships coming up in November. This time he's aiming to be in the top 5 in his weight class. But to get the kind of muscle definition he wants for the stage, he's still got a lot of hard work and sacrifices ahead of him. Denkst du, du wirst damit umgehen können,
Ja,
wenn du dich vor den Spiegel stellst und der Moment kommt, okay, jetzt baue ich körperlich ab?
Na gut, also das ist ja auch immer so eine Sache von einem Prozess. Das heißt, man reift ja auch mit jedem Trainingsjahr, wird man älter, man lernt neue Sachen. Und ich glaube, auch da werde ich damit umgehen können. Jetzt könnte ich mir auch nicht vorstellen, 80 zu sein. Da habe ich nämlich gar keinen Bock drauf. Ne? Du wahrscheinlich genauso wenig. Und das kommt dann halt mit den Jahren, glaube ich. Und da ja, muss man sich dann einfach gut abfinden.
Aber der Lebensinhalt, den du jetzt hast, da kommt ja dann einfach das Bewusstsein, okay, 100% kann ich da jetzt nicht mehr erreichen.
Ja, dann später. Deswegen muss ich ja jetzt Gas geben. Deswegen habe ich auch früh angefangen. 12 ist ein bisschen zeitig, ne? Aber da habe ich einen guten Vorsprung rausgearbeitet und das will ich auch nutzen.
It's been a long time since Antonia came to this park. 2 years ago, when she was recovering from anorexia, she used to come here almost every day.
Well, when I was in hospital, this is where I would take my walks and I had to start walking. And it was only 15 minutes a day, but it was like my minutes of freedom each day.
Learning to eat again was just part of Antonia's recovery. She had to dig deep for reasons to keep going.
This was my life list.
When did you write that?
When I was in hospital. It was like my motivation in recovery, so I had it with me everywhere in my back pocket. And if I got a panic attack or got worried or didn't want to eat or whatever, I'd read the list and it would make me fight a bit harder.
So what does it say?
I want to live for my little sister. I don't want to be a sick role model for her. I have to be strong and I have to get healthy. I have to live for her. I want to live for my family and my friends. I love them too much to die. I want to live to travel because I haven't seen enough yet. I want to live for love because one day I'm going to fall madly in love. I want to live to work out and have energy again. I want to be strong. I want to live for my education because I have so much to learn. I want to learn to inspire. I want to be an inspiration for others and show them that you can get healthy. I want to live for children because one day I'm going to be the world's greatest mum. I want to live to be free. I want to live because I have too many things that I can't give up now. And I want to live because I refuse to lose.
Does it make you sad to read that now?
No.
Or happy?
Happy, I think, because I did it. I know I can do anything, basically. I almost died and I survived. And that's a really empowering feeling.
Just as I'm getting ready to leave Brazil, Carnival is taking over. It is the event of the year. There's drinking and dancing, and needless to say, people's bodies are very much in focus. Everywhere you look, it's bloco. That's what these street parties are called.
So how is it different now that it's the first carnival after the surgery that you're celebrating here outside?
Hoje eu tenho mais confiança de botar a barriga de fora, de botar a regatinha assim, muita confiança. De não ligar, me olhar no espelho, não, assim eu não vou, não sei o quê.
When I look at everyone dancing around me now, I can't help but wonder who's had what surgery and what they might have looked like before.
Which role does the samba play in this presentation of the body and this ideal of having, you know, big boobs and butt?
O samba já vem desde a infância, porque é de família, da mãe, que sempre sambou, sempre teve corpo bonito. E pra gente sambar, tá num samba legal, o corpo também precisa estar legal, o corpo, mente, pra poder estar no ritmo certo junto ao samba.
It leaves me kind of torn. I do understand why Isis wants to change her body. There doesn't seem to be any reason not to when everyone else around you is doing it. It might sound naive, but I wish we could be confident enough to accept our bodies instead of trying to push perfection to the limit.